Manchester United taking on Burnley away from home. Now this has become a real difficult fixture over the last season for a lot of teams going to Burnley and struggling to get the win. And they had a fantastic season last year. Now they've just been in the Europa League and got knocked out, and they've had a really poor start to the season, letting in a lot of goals. Manchester United, on the other hand, have also been letting a lot of goals in and had a poor start to the season. So this fixture on paper has goals galore in it, but whether Manchester United actually go out there and get the victory, we just don't know at the moment in time how Manchester United are going to play, how Manchester United are going to set up, or probably how Burnley are. Burnley made a number of changes to that game, I think, against Olympiacos, which drew 1-1, so we will have to wait and see what sort of lineup they put out. But Manchester United, I think if Manchester United were to lose this game, it would probably be the final nail in the coffin for Jose Mourinho. And if we are thinking of sacking him, now whether I'm for or against it, then I think Manchester United will have to do it now after this game, because it's an international break. Then it would allow Manchester United time to get someone else in. But there isn't really a massive candidate out there for Manchester United. Really, probably Conte is the most experienced one for Manchester United to go for, but whether he would take the job, and he would probably fall out of Ed Woodward pretty damn quick, to be honest. I think Zidane's a bit more of a risk, so we will just have to go into this game and see what happens. What back four hell is he going to do at the back four? We just don't know. Obviously David Hay will be in goal, but Luke Shaw's the only one in the back four that's actually cemented his place at the start of this season. Been fantastic. We just do not know the centre half pairing. He's probably going to go with, probably bring Bay back in, I would presume, and probably go with Bay and Smalling and play Valencia obviously in the right back position. That is all I can think of. Then it will be Matic, Fred and Pogba in midfield, I would presume. I would expect Alexis Sanchez to come back in to the starting lineup. Who else will play? Probably maybe Jesse Lingard and Romelu Lukaku. We will just have to wait and see. We just do not know at this moment in time. But there was a number of players that weren't even on the substitutes bench for that last game. Mon Mata and obviously Martial not being on the substitutes bench along with Bay as well. So Manchester United have got options there. It's just whether they're good enough. We're hearing Rojo could be back in and amongst the team as well. Herrera obviously playing at the back in that last one against Tottenham. I don't expect that to happen against Burnley, but Burnley have been shipping a lot of goals in, so that gives me a bit of confidence that Manchester United may be able to get at Burnley and hopefully outscore them in this game. That is the only way I think we're going to be able to win this game, with the defence as horrible as it is at this moment in time. So I'm going to think Manchester United. I'm hoping that we can get the job done. We've got to get the win in this one, because otherwise we'll just be too far off the top four. I mean, you're looking at 9 points off some of the teams that are going to be in the top four, which if they win their games, that is, and that for me is just too much at this early stage. You're going to really have to go some. And if we lose one more game, we'll have lost more games than Manchester City lost in the whole of last season. Actually went on to win the title. I'm not saying we're going to win the title or anything. No, of course we're not. We're not in a title challenge at all. But that just shows you where Manchester United are after 3 or 4 games. So Manchester United got to get the job done. I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game 3-2. I think we'll just get over the line in this one. I think hopefully our attacking players will get us over the line. I mean, Lukaku's got to step up to the plate, because in the last 2 games he's really cost us goals at vital times in the game. I'm not saying that we were going to win the game if he scored them chances, but it would have certainly helped Manchester United's cause, wouldn't it, if he'd put them chances away in that first one, the Brighton one. If he'd put that good chance away that he had, and against Tottenham he had a couple of good chances before half time, if he'd put 1 or 2 of them away, things would have been different. Manchester United might have been a bit more confident. The other teams' heads might have dropped, and Manchester United may have got results in them games. I'm not saying we would have won the games, but we may have got draws out of them, or may have even won one of them. You just never know. But Lukaku isn't a natural goal scorer, but does get a decent amount of goals, but really should have put certainly that one away against Tottenham. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. I think Manchester United will just get over the line. I'm going 3-2. I'm hoping that Manchester United can just outscore these and we see a decent game. Both teams letting a lot of goals in, but we will have to wait and see. Who knows? We just don't know what's going to happen with Manchester United at the moment. But when you haven't got your back, when you don't know your back four, that is really where the problem is. And certainly going into big games, you cannot be going into big games where you don't know your best centre half pairing. And that is a joke for Manchester United not to be knowing their best centre-half pairing after Jose Mourinho going into his 3rd season as Manchester United manager and doesn't know his best back four. It is just really not good enough for Manchester United, and you need to build your team on a centre-half pairing for me, or at least one good centre-half that can take the pressure off the other one. And I was hoping that Eric Bailly could be that man that would maybe take a bit of pressure off Lindelof, be the main man at the back, but it hasn't worked out as yet. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.